call me old man Wade.
Damn you, old man!
Wait.
Old ass man.
Shut up, old man. You smell like fart.
No! Man!
Old man.
He's so old he got a podcast on cassette.
Fuck, you're old.
Damn it, Wade.
And welcome to the Old Man Wade Show. I am your host, the God of Stubborn, the Lord of Laughter, Old Man Wade. And I'm sitting here with my best friend, my brother, my man, 50 grand, Newman S. Diddy.
I usually have some of this. Shit. You put me on the spot. Pickled penis, yellow monkeys, green clovers. I don't know what to do with my hands.
I almost started to call you Penis Navy.
Penis Navy.
And then a Vagina Coast Guard. And what was the other one?
Oh, God. Something, Vagina Coast Guard, Penis Navy. It started off with Dick Army.
Because that's his real name.
Navy.
His real name is Dick Army.
Dick Army. Oh, fuck. That's going to bug me. Shit, when's the last time you watched that?
It's been a grip. Titty. We can call him Titty Marine, too.
Memory Marine.
Memory Marine? Wow. I'll write that down.
Is that too too high level for some, or?
I don't know, but Memory Marine is hilarious. I'm actually writing that down as we speak.
Clitoris Beret.
Clitoris Beret. I don't think iTunes is gonna accept Clitoris Beret.
Hey. Oh shit. Sorry, I didn't mute my phone. That was Brother Numsy telling me that the Packers are playing right now. My brother is so cute. Like, I guess he doesn't really fully understand how technology works. Like, if my team is not playing, trust me, I know my team is playing. I don't need you to text me or call me to let me know that.
I let him look. Your brother, not Brother Numsy.
Brother Numsy is my brother.
I thought Ed was Brother Numsy. Oh, he's Brother Nero.
Brother Nero.
Yeah.
My brother calls me Brother Numsy, and I call him Brother Numsy.
That actually makes
from my brother Numsy.
That actually. Every time I hear Brother Numsy, I think Viggy, you've been a bad monkey from Ghostbusters.
What was that the other day? Ghostbusters goes it'll come to me later.
Ghostbusters 2 when
No. I get what you were saying. I was trying to. There was a line from Ghostbusters I wanted to say, but I lost it. It's been a long weekend.
All right, so let's get into it. So I got a text from Steph from McFadden's, and she was like, "Dude, Dwight Howard," and like I had just woke up. I'm like, "Did they trade for him?" Because that'd be the only reason she would hit me up, right? For like about Dwight Howard. And so I go to Twitter and I just type in Dwight Howard. Easiest way to do it. And I was not ready for what I saw. And it's not even the topic at hand. It was more about the shit people were saying about him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's, yeah.
So, hold on, let's talk about the topic. Let's explain the topic for those who don't know. We'll go to Hip Hop Wired because it was the first thing that popped up. Dwight Howard is having a bad weekend. A man who at first many assumed was a trans but identified as gay took to Twitter to accuse the NBA center of having threatened him after engaging in intimate relations he wanted to keep on the down low. Mason Elijah, I think that's her name, is speaking for her truth, allegedly, and putting D. Howard on full blast. The thread is legit incredible. It features trans sex parties, a homophobic preacher allegedly running interference and receipts in form of audio recording and screen caps. But even better may have the Twitter reactions. I'm not getting into that. Because some of these people are just like... Yeah, man. Like, you heard the show. Like, we talked about why pause is still, like, insulting. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, it's something people shouldn't even be using anymore. But, what are your thoughts on this in general? Like, the whole thing. First off, what are your thoughts on, because the reports came out that the team and many people associated with Dwight Howard were threatening her.
So see, for me, it's hard for. What does that mean exactly? And what pretense were they quote unquote threatening her? Like, did she come? Oh, first of all, I was about to say pause. Well, in this case, it works. Pause. So if this person doesn't identify as trans, why do we keep referring to this person as her or she?
I think people are just trying to be as politically correct as possible. In a situation like this, there really is no like proper way, so they're just going with how they present themselves in public.
Okay, because I had an incident earlier this week using an incorrect pronoun. I really don't want to do it again.
Understandable.
Okay, so I'd like to have a little bit more details on what the harassment and all that, what that entailed. I don't feel like we really know enough about the situation to form opinions on it. On its face, it's pretty goddamn funny, and it's not funny for the reasons that people think it's funny. It's funny. It's a situational funny thing. It's not funny that if this is true, Dwight Howard is apparently maybe a closeted gay man, which is not okay. And I want him to live his truth just like I like everybody else. I want everybody else to. But I kind of think Dave Chappelle said it best. I think it was in the Bird Revelation, when he just simply put, everybody fucks funny to somebody.
Yeah, that's absolutely funny. Like I've actually had conversations with gay men and women who say the way straight people have sex is hilarious, and I'm like, you're right.
It goes both ways. I see what I did there.
I see what you did there. The opinions of no, I'm just joking. But you're right though. Like it's funny. It's funny to somebody. Like if someone watched me have sex, they'd be laughing too.
So at the end of the day, man, I think it's sad if this is true. It's sad that this individual had to go through what they're going through. If the allegations are true, nobody should have to put up with harassment. Dwight Howard has a lot to answer for. Just from the standpoint of, if this is his truth, that's fine. But the persona that he tried to push, his 12 years in the NBA, it's hard to take anything he's ever said seriously. Not that we ever did to begin with, but it's double hard to take anything he's ever said seriously. It also explains why he has 16 baby mamas. He's trying to overcompensate for something.
That's true.
There's a lot going on here. I'd love to sit down and have a conversation with him. And it's easy to make fun of somebody in a situation like this because, again, everybody fuck funny to somebody. But at the same time, I'd like to know what the hell's going through his mind.
It's also the conversation that we've had a million times when it comes to like hardcore Republicans and also like the ultra religious who are like completely against homosexuality. It's like you're so against it, it starts to make me wonder if you're actually doing it and then trying to cover it up by professing too much. You know what I mean?
Don't
profess too much.
There you go. Has Dwight Howard said anything homophobic in the past?
No, he's never said anything homophobic, but he's
super Jesus freaky.
Yes, it's like super duper, which is funny considering, like you said, the 16 baby mamas.
Mm-hmm.
But again, but it's also on the flip side of that. I just want to say that it's sad that this is even a thing. Like, you know what I mean? If he likes to have sex with men, or if he likes to have sex with men who dress like women, then why does anyone actually give a shit?
I don't care. But the thing that sucks about this is that there's no way. It's hard to play. It's hard to play competitive sports and have something like this be known about you, and not get constantly beat over the head with it during games and shit.
I'm certain, and I drafted him this year, so we'll see. Yes, I've made that all about me. But like it's the world we live in, man. Like if you can't do anything, but you know what's funny about it is I kind of feel like if he wasn't the person that he was, I don't think anybody would care.
Nah, this is a big story. There's no way something like this would, especially in this climate and the things that are going on in the world, for a high profile basketball player to have this sort of quote unquote scandal, and for the team to be involved. There's no way that this wouldn't be a huge deal.
No. I mean, like, let's say he was a high profile player who didn't keep his life secret. You know what I mean? I don't think this would be a big deal if, and I'm not talking about the idea of.
You mean did keep his life secret?
Yeah. So like, let's say this happened. There was no there was no one threatening her, and it just kind of came out, I don't think anybody would care. Like, you know what I mean? I think
that'd be different. That'd be different.
But I really hope that like the Wizards and his teammates and his people aren't threatening her, because that's wrong on a million levels.
Mm-hmm. You think Kobe Bryant was somewhere scrolling through Twitter on his phone? He came across that tweet and was like, "Ha! I told you."
Okay, fuck it. I'll make the joke. So all the what was it you said that one of the reports were?
Oh, that this individual referred to Dwight Howard as a 6'11" power bottom.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but I am not transphobic on any level. But that's fucking funny.
They made the joke. It wasn't us.
It's fucking funny.
That explains like the whole like injury with like Dwight Howard out, butt injury. Glute.
Anus.
Oh man.
Dwight Howard hurt his anus, son.
You know what makes it even worse is because I looked up to try to see if he was playing today, and it was like Dwight Howard out gluteus, and I busted out laughing. Like, all right, so we're doing this.
This is the thing. It just happened.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's let's get into the original topic that we wanted to do.
Before we move on, what do you think is going to happen with all this?
I kind of feel okay. I'm going to be very honest about this, and this is one of those things where, like, I think unfortunately this is going to happen. But Dwight Howard is probably going to end up taking a sabbatical from the NBA to go and try and quote unquote heal himself. He's going to step away and go, oh, I need some time away to be with my thoughts and da-da-da-da-da, as opposed to... But again, if it's true, though. If it's true, that's what I think is going to happen. I think he's going to play this isn't who I am. I was on the down low. Ice-T will come out and tell him, they'll talk to him and explain to Detective Stabler what the down low is. So that's gonna happen, but that's what I think is gonna happen. If these that's what I assume is gonna happen, because despite the progressiveness of the NBA, there's still a lot of like man's man, like you know what I mean, type of thing going on with professional sports. Mm-hmm. Like even Jokic said like no homo during a interview, and he's like Eastern European.
He probably learned that in the locker room.
And that's exactly my point. So you know what I mean. So the rhetoric like this is gonna hurt him. I think he's gonna, and he'll probably pop back up right around like. Well, I think the Wizards are a shit show anyway.
Nope.
I don't know if he's actually. My biggest thing is I wonder whether or not he's gonna play the rest of the year. If he's gonna use this as a way to go, hey, I need to be alone with my thoughts and I need to get my life together and figure out who I really am. Maybe move back to Atlanta, herd goats. Move back to Orlando, build a farm. You know what I mean? Reach stuff on the top shelf for short people. How do you think this happens?
Dwight Howard's gonna come back from a sabbatical like this. Click on what I just sent you.
Oh God, I'm scared. Do you know what? I don't have anything yet, but
Oh, it's in the Skype window.
Oh, in the Skype window.
The Skype chat.
Oh God, I'm even more scared. Skype window. I can't see it right now. Or is it in the gallery?
It's in the chat.
I'm gonna have to edit all the dead air. So while I'm looking that up, what do you think is gonna happen?
I'm not sure. I think he's probably gonna vehemently deny it. regardless of how much. You all right over there?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Go ahead.
I can't play it on my end because you're at the control, so you can spice it in. But
I'm just gonna play it now.
Believe that the Lord tonight has set you free. Yes, sir.
Dwight Howard back in sabbatical.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more.
Okay, I'm not playing the rest of that. What the fuck, man? Yo, what the fuck is wrong with the church, man? Why can't people just be who they are?
I don't know. Fun fact, we recently got an update on that dude, Mr. I Am Delivered. Apparently he's married, and he's very happy with his wife. And he is still very much delivered.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. It would just be nice if people could just live their life. Hey, you want to sing this song for me?
What?
I'm living my best life.
Ain't going back and forth with you niggas.
Like, for real. Like, there is,
Smile, bitch. Smile, bitch. Come on.
So what if you like having sex with men? Smile, bitch. Smile, bitch. Come on.
Hey, hold on. Hold on those smiles. You said, what you just say, Snoop?
that is some shit little Duval to be like, wait, what? But nah, man, it's fucking stupid.
All of it.
And also, again, like I'll say it again, it's no one else's fucking business.
Nope. I don't give a shit about any of it.
Nope. But it's topical, so I figured, fuck it, I would talk about it.
No, it's fine. This is what shows like this are for. But the thing of it is a wise man. What's his name? Sean Carter once said, "What you eat don't make me shit."
Yeah. I've actually used that phrase a lot recently, like especially at work. They're like, "Oh, you know this happened?" I'm like, "I don't care. It's not my problem." Well, what about this? I'm like, "I don't care. What you eat don't make me shit." All right, so we had decided. So I had this. Me and Diddy were talking about. We were up. I think it was it last night we talked about this?
Yeah.
We were being misogynistic, the misogynistic pigs that we are. And we were, what was it? Objectifying women?
Yeah, I believe that's what they call it. Yep, that's what that was.
And so, a woman was brought up that I didn't know much about, and I did a Google search, and I'm like, yo, she's fly as hell. And Diddy so eloquently put...
Who was that?
Huh?
Who was that?
She was on your list. She might be on your list, so I don't want to say who it is.
Okay.
And so, I did a Google search, and... You so eloquently put, I'd risk it all for. Would you like to explain to people what it means by I'd risk it all?
Oh, girl, I'd risk it all. It's just one of those things where no matter who you're with, whether you have a girlfriend or you're married, there's just that girl is just so special that you would literally risk it all for one night in paradise.
Could you please explain paradise for the people who don't get subtlety?
The vagina. Skeet.
Yeah. So, how you want to do this? You want to give your list and I'll give my list? You want to go one and one?
One and one.
One and one? All right. Yeah. So, you're the guest. I'll let you go first.
What? I have to go first?
You're the guest.
I don't want to go first. You go first.
All right. So, I'm also curious to know how many of these are on each other's list. Mm-hmm. So, I'm going to give you my number one first, which shouldn't be shocking. Rosario Dawson.
You are nothing if not, what do you call it?
Reliable?
That.
Yeah, there was no way that wasn't like, come on. I thought about not adding her just because everyone else, like, even people who listen to this would be like, well, duh. I thought about not adding her just for, like, shits and giggles, but it was like, nah. Even my wife was like, Rosario Dawson's number one on the list. I'm like, oh, of course she is.
Anybody who knows you should know that.
Anyone who's listened to the show has heard me about it. And no, for people listening, Ryan Reynolds is not on this list.
So the individual that we discussed last night is on my list, but I left her off my list because I knew you were going to put her on your list. Make sense?
Yeah, so you can tell the people who we were talking about yesterday. I didn't add her on my list, though.
Oh, no. We'll save that for another episode then.
Okay.
the second person we talked about last night is one of the first people on my list. The future WWE Hall of Famer Mickie James. If you have never seen this woman, she is God. Girl, I trade. Anyways,
part of me wishes I had like we had the Remember to Hit Record crew, because I would just have you like play that one drop every time.
Well, I mean, this is your show, and you could totally do that. That's a thing that you have the ability to do. Just put that out there.
Huh?
Since you have your own show and you can research technology and do things. As he pulled his cell phone up to the mic.
Okay, we here now. We in the house now for sure.
Oh my God. This shit is so bootleg. I love it.
We are the bootleg mob, man.
Pop the trunk.
Uh-huh.
And Jalen, pop the trunk. Jalen and Jacoby can't say that no more, but you definitely can.
Fucking right.
This is definitely a pop the trunk productions.
Especially considering like it used to come out on Wednesdays, now I just put it out on Mondays or Tuesdays sometimes just for shits and gigs.
Pop the trunk.
Oh man. All right, so Mickie James, and I'm not really a guy big on toes, but she got some pretty feet too.
Everything about that woman is pretty. Her partially Native American ass. I just want to see what the cornucopia tastes like, baby. Just one taste.
Did you just say I want to know what the cornucopia tastes like?
I was thinking, I couldn't think of anything else Native American. What do you want from me? Did you want me to say corn?
I prefer you say maize, but.
Oh well. Tomato.
Tomato almost made the list too, though, which is funny.
Oh, I traded all. Oh, I don't have any booze. This podcast is missing booze.
I'll drink for you. Alright, so, in no order, I had to get number one out the way. But also, next on my list, I have, Tracy Ellis Ross. So, Tracy Ellis Ross, not only, I kind of feel like, first off, sex with her would be amazing. Second off, I think it would be funny.
Wait, what?
I think that, like,
funny?
huh?
What would be funny?
I kind of feel like even, like, during sex, she'd be working on a routine. But, like, still really into it, you know what I mean?
Mm.
And then after it's all said and done, like, pillow talk would be great, you know what I mean?
I can say that. That's classic vagina right there.
Yeah. Classic clitoris. So, who's next on your list?
Next on my list, Megan Good. Oh, production value went up in less than 5 minutes. Good work.
I'm scrolling with my thumb.
It's amazing to me for someone so goddamn beautiful and talented that we don't see more of her. It's like she's that person who she always has like a new show coming out. The show lasts 5 episodes and you never see her again. She pops up in a movie here and there. It's crazy to me that we don't get to see more of this girl.
What was the last thing she was in that you would know of?
She had a TV show. I think it was called Deception.
On
like NBC. That was like 2 years ago.
I wouldn't be shocked if we seen her if the Sinner continues for another few years. I wouldn't be shocked if we seen her in the Sinner as like the lead like crazy person who's trying to like get off. You know what I mean? But I like that.
Even money says that ends up being the last season of the Sinner.
I wasn't gonna say it, but thank you for saying it for me.
She's like snake bit.
She's like what?
Snake bit.
Yeah. Here's one on the list that I wasn't sure that you would actually assume that I would put on the list.
Mm.
Ready for this?
I'm listening.
Lucy Liu.
You want to hear the funny thing?
What's that?
She almost made my list.
That's funny. I actually thought that would be the one person we both have on the list.
Where?
Say it again.
I didn't say anything. I did the eye point thing.
Oh.
You know, that your listeners can't see me doing. Just say where.
Thanks, Kawhi Leonard.
Combine the Kawhi Leonard laugh and the Magic Johnson laugh.
They're the same thing.
You gotta do the eyes. The only thing missing is the eyes.
I know one of the reasons she's on your list is because she's 5'3".
Mm-hmm. I don't think if anybody. I don't think anybody on my list is particularly tall.
Gee, I'm shocked. He says sarcastically. Huh? I know she.
You're up.
No, that was me. I said Lucy Liu. You're up.
Oh shit. Okay. Bria Miles.
Bria Miles. Oh. Yeah.
That's in the butthole. No.
Wow. Okay.
That's a cup of hot chocolate I'd like to drink.
Yeah, she's shout out to Victor Oladipo, man.
Oh man, he is winning on so many levels.
Are we just gonna ignore the fact that like he started doing well right after they started dating?
I mean, the power of the PUSSY.
Like it's funny that like all of a sudden it's like now it's like damn, now he's balling out of control. What the fuck happened? The power of a good woman will change you. Sometimes booty is more important than water.
He ain't got no defenses.
And she also has one of the greatest asses I've ever seen.
What? You're up, dude.
Christina Applegate.
I knew she. It's funny that you said her now because the young lady I'm about to say kind of sort of resembles her. But go on.
As far as the mother chicks can't get them all for me.
Yeah, man. Christina Applegate was my first celebrity crush. She was, as a comedian put, the reason I knew what my penis was for. I loved me some Christina Applegate. I still do. It's funny, the reason I even bring her up was an episode I re-released from the Gentleman's Club I put out, and it reminded me of her role in Bad Moms or something like that, where she played like a super bitch, and it was like super sexy.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to like add her to the list. All right, you're up, Kreskin.
Emily Bett Rickards. She plays Felicity on Arrow.
And that's why this conversation came, because you brought her up, and I ended up Google searching her.
Yes. Oh my God. Now you know what I mean. I always preferred the dark meat, but something about that girl.
Which is funny because Mickie James is not dark on any level.
But she's an American, so.
Yeah, there's that. But you know what's funny is she has the hot for teacher, hot secretary vibe going too. Very pretty smile too. And as you put in the text message thread, that stomach.
Oh God. Yowza.
Does she have a glazed donut face?
Oh yeah, totally.
Totally?
Totally.
Top was the lockers. Lit.
I wish the audience could see you just like randomly gigging to this shit.
That's technology you can look into, my friend. See it up.
I know. I actually need to do that. Also on my list, Bailey.
I'm nodding in approval.
Yeah, like there's just something about it.
The seasons, couple winter lodges, few summer homes. I'm here for every.
Actually, hold on. I have a better song for her though. Bear with me, audience.
Viva la raza!
For those of you who don't know, Bailey is very Latina. Unfortunately, WWE acts like she's not. So they never actually bring it up, which is hilarious to me. Why is that?
I don't know. I got nothing. I can't come up with any. I can't. I got nothing, dude.
Dude, you're supposed to be my insider.
Don't even say it.
But nah, man, she's beautiful. She works hard. She works out. She seems pretty damn funny online. Like, you know what I mean. So I'd risk it all. I absolutely.
Those are the reasons why you'd risk it all.
Fabulous. Jagged Edge.
No, like she's fly. She's also fly as hell too, man. She's got one of, if not the best ass in the WWE. Like definitely like top 3 or 5. I think maybe the only ones better might be Toni Storm and Naomi.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of anyone else that comes close.
And plus, if those videos, if those pictures we saw online are real.
Oh wait a minute, JoJo.
Ooh, okay, so she might be a 4.
Does she count?
Nah, we'll go with active competitors.
Okay. If that's the case, you're right then.
You know what's funny? JoJo didn't make my list though.
I mean, you could go down Dudley. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and she also seems like she'd be boring.
I could see that.
Yeah, Bailey looks like she'd be fun. Like it'd be like a fun night.
Yeah, Bailey gives me the impression that she has no idea how hot she is. So that means she's probably going to be more of a giver.
Dog, what was it? I remember when she was NXT champion and she had on like this maroon dress and her hair was down. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's totally
her ring gear is not flattering to her at all.
You know what's funny about this? Her ring gear isn't flattering, but you can still see that ass.
True. That's very true.
So who you got?
Nia Long. And that's
In the green, and let your middle finger be singing this song.
Nia Long.
That's Nia Long now. Not young Nia Long. I want the Nia Long now.
Nia Long now is beautiful.
That's the reason why the Nia Long now. I like fine wine. It only gets better with age.
Yeah, man. It's funny because she was always attractive. Like her and Fresh Prince, her and Friday. But like I prefer her and what's the movie she was with Ice Cube?
Are we there yet?
Yeah. I prefer that Nia Long more than anything else.
Mm-hmm. Like she'd like hold you close and put your head in her boobs and stroke your head and ask you how your day was.
Oh, funny, stroke your hair? Funny.
Stroke your scalp.
Yeah, exactly. Also, yeah, it's give you a Capri Sun on the way out the door.
Good job, honey. Pat you on the ass.
Yeah. Next on my list might shock you, but you'll understand. Becky Lynch.
Why would that shock me?
Just considering who I am, wasn't sure if you'd be shocked by that.
Considering the fact that you and Brother Nero are exactly the same person, I'm not shocked by that.
Oh yeah, that is very true. I think the only one we disagree with is me and him is Miss Elizabeth.
Wait, where do you fall on that argument?
I don't find her attractive on any level.
Wow. That's it for the old man Wade show. I'm signing off.
Oh, am I supposed to be nice?
Huh?
Am I supposed to be nice because she's dead?
No. You want to borrow my glasses?
Huh?
You want to borrow my glasses?
I never thought she was attractive.
Man, wow.
I'm guessing you find her attractive or found her attractive?
Definitely.
You don't find her attractive now, do you?
Well, no, I'm not into corpses. Necrophilia is not high on my list of things I'm into.
Yo, I found out there's some people. You know, there's a sexual thing for people who are into like gravel.
Bro, there's a sexual thing for everything.
Gravel though, like just randomly. Or my favorite was there's a sexual like preference for if you like watching people who are cold. Like,
this is gonna be a blizzard. Let me go get my rape shoes.
I'm not editing that. I'm not.
He was gonna be sitting on your porch, rocking back and forth.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Let me get my jokes off, you ass.
Nope. But nah, Becky Lynch. First off, the accent does it for me.
Oh yeah, that's sexy as hell. Yeah.
Second off, she's been on fire the last like 6 months.
Picture, you guys are being intimate. She just looks at you. She grabs you by the jaw and goes, "Is that all the fuck you got?"
Yeah, exactly. But you know what it was? I loved her. I've always loved her, but like, it cracked me up. Not the last Survivor Series, but the one before when they named her team captain, and she was running around going, "I'm captain of Team Blue, water for Team Blue." And I was laughing my ass off. And then she did an interview with Austin that was great, and she talked like she was like into all sorts of shit. And then on top of that, she'd probably fuck you up too. So.
Yeah, me personally, I love a strong woman. You know, you got to have some backbone.
Yeah.
And I can see her snapping her brother's arm for not washing the dishes.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like right in the middle of sex, she might slap or punch you, and I might be into that. I can either confirm or deny.
You better than me. Somebody slap me in my face at any point in time. I got reflexes. So if you slap me and I slap you back, I hope that makes us even.
Nah, if I get slapped, I thrust. I bet you I can guess who's next on your list.
Go ahead.
Tessa Thompson.
She's not next on my list. She's next on my list. Oh, shit.
She's easily one of the most beautiful women in the world.
Yeah, well, we'll leapfrog and go to her now. Yeah, I mean, you said it. And if she could just wear the Valkyrie costume and be drunk, that'd be great.
Do you know the funny thing about it is like she's fully clothed throughout that movie, but she is still fly as shit throughout that movie. Like, I love the whole thing where she was like, "You have until I'm done drinking this." This like it was like a liter of alcohol.
Yep.
And then it was like just like done.
Like 12 seconds flat. Oh my god, this is the sexiest shit I've ever seen in my life.
I'm trying to yeah. Plus, if you go to her Twitter, a lot of it has to do with like goats, and it's fucking hysterical.
Yeah, she's funny.
So she cracks me up. So that would also be great. And it's also the fact that you might be able to get Janelle Monáe in this as well.
Oh, that's confirmed, right?
Yes.
Nice. Live your life.
If they could have kids, man, they would be the kids that would like. It would be like their kid would be so beautiful. I don't think anyone would be able to look at it.
It'd be like when they opened the briefcase in Pulp Fiction.
Either that or the Ark the Covenant. Like, it's so beautiful that like if you look at it directly, your face will melt. Or like it stops shurikens like in Zoolander. And number one on my list, Zazie Beetz.
I was wondering when you were gonna hit me with the beat.
I wish he'd hit me with the beat.
Hi-yo.
She is insanely attractive. She lives her best life. She loves herself. She loves her hair. She seems insanely loyal, and she seems like she would be a monster in bed.
Mm-hmm.
And I also kind of feel like she'd wear the domino costume if you asked her to. Like, you send her a text message, "Hey, I'm trying to get lucky tonight." She'd come home in a costume.
She sent you the domino emoji. Tell you where to aim.
Oh man, I was not gonna make that joke.
It's kind of hard not to.
Yeah, that's kind of hard when you do. Who's number one in your list?
Well, these weren't like numbered like
yeah.
that, but Rose Monroe.
Oh man,
the most attractive porn star there's ever been.
What's her name again?
Seriously, Rose Monroe.
Oh,
yeah,
wow, really?
Yeah.
Really, she's on your list?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm shocked by that.
As close to perfection as you could possibly get.
I don't know.
She's a giver.
I don't know why I'm shocked by this on any level, considering I know you.
I'm actually shocked that I'm the first person to mention a porn star.
I thought about it, but I'm I'm saving that for the porn star conversation we have. That it'll be a little bit better. So some honorable mentions. Do you have any?
Oh shit! I didn't prepare for honorable mentions. Off the top of my head,
Trinity Fatu's on there.
Yep, Naomi.
Nia Jax is on there. Salma Hayek.
Sasha Banks, Salma Hayek. Who else?
Ooh, Sanaa Lathan.
Yeah, definitely. Rihanna.
Oh.
Yeah.
I kind of put Rihanna on that list, like when you're talking about the greatest actors and actresses. If you say, if you say Leonardo DiCaprio, Denzel, yeah, we get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like Rihanna's like almost like goddess status. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of don't even bother putting her on the list.
That's fair.
Fuck, who else is on this list I can think of? I had a bunch of Charlize Theron, Rebecca Romaine. The Queen. How did we forget? What's love got to do with it?
Angela Bassett.
How do we forget Angela Bassett?
That's a good question. How did you forget Angela Bassett?
Oh yeah, put it all on me.
Damn right.
Would you put
Seriously, bro, this is perfection.
Oh, the picture I just sent you?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll add that to the maybe I'll make that the YouTube image. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that like we forgot about that like we'd absolutely put on the list. I think that's pretty much about it. What about Jennifer Lawrence?
Nah.
Nah. Too plain?
No, I like her. I think she's very attractive, but I'm just not that into her. And just so you know, Rose Moreau is 5'5".
Of course she is. You know someone I'm shocked you didn't add to the list? Mandy Rose.
She was she was on the list. She kind of got bumped. I didn't want to make this too wrestling heavy. Because I'm trying not to be that guy. So.
Understandable. I absolutely get that. Trying to think, there were no real singers on our list that we missed about. I gotta say though, of everyone who's not on the list, I'm also shocked that the dude who played Arrow wasn't on your list. The fact that you put Stephen Amell on there is hilarious to me.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds wasn't on your list. I mean, it's implied.
And that's been the Old Man Wade Show. Hey, thank you for doing it.
Ryan Reynolds is actually somewhere in the corner crying because you didn't add him to the list. He's like, strong Ryan.
Are you kidding me? I call him Channing Tate Yum.
Damn it, Wade.
Damn it, Wade!